Gen AI is here and it's not going anywhere. So what we need to do is we need to learn how to ensure we are using it safely and securely. You see, it's very easy to access generative AI tools. They're all over the internet. But here's the thing. If you are using a tool that is not approved by your company, you are partaking in shadow IT. You are using something you're not supposed to be using, and that is very dangerous for your company. It is imperative, number one, that you are only using an approved Gen AI app and service and nothing more. Why? Because of the risks associated with the unapproved tool. You see, when it's unapproved, it hasn't been vetted properly, which means you could expose data to those that shouldn't have access to it. You risk giving away information that shouldn't be given away, and therefore that could be a privacy violation. Some of these Gen AI tools out there might actually hide malware or phishing links or unsafe plugins. Therefore, it's a security threat now to your organization. Certain industries like finance, healthcare, and government have very strict rules about how data is handled. And if you are using a Gen AI tool that's not approved, then you could be violating compliance requirements. Some Gen AI tools hallucinate. They fabricate answers. And they will be adamant about arguing with you about the fact that that answer is correct when it's not. Meaning, if you are using an unapproved Gen AI app, it might be giving you misinformation or inaccurate information. That could lead to costly mistakes. Intellectual property loss. Think about it. You upload something to that Gen AI tool, your ideas, your code, your documents. Is that really being protected? Right? So those unapproved tools might be stealing that, harvesting that information. Therefore, your intellectual property is now out the door. And lastly, there's no accountability or support, meaning if something goes wrong, your team is unaware of the tool because it's an unapproved tool. They're not monitoring the tool, therefore they can't do what they need to do to protect you and your organization. So here are the habits you should adopt for generative AI. Only use approved Gen AI tools. And if you really want to use a different tool, you got to work with IT, you got to work with your security team to get that approved. Don't just go ahead and use it because you run experiencing all those risks that I just mentioned. Only use the approved tools. I cannot stress that enough. Never share sensitive or confidential data, even in the approved tools. Because even though it's approved, what if that data is then used by AI and it shares that with somebody else? Double check the output to make sure it's accurate before you trust it, or else you'll end up with data integrity issues in your organization. Respect copyright and ownership. But more importantly, when in doubt, just simply ask folks. Ask IT, ask security, and make sure that you're only using those Gen AI tools that are absolutely 100% vetted and approved by your organization to keep yourself and everyone else around you as safe and secure as you can possibly be.